Hello, how you guys doing?
Good evening, everyone.
Welcome back.
Welcome to the arrival.
The arrival. Go ahead. You have something you want to say first?
I just want to say welcome to the arrival. Tonight we are going to be interviewing B&B Reviews. They're a beautiful couple that we met, and they had us on their show, their channel, and we're going to interview them tonight. So feel free if you have questions, ask them.
We got family in there already.
Yes, we do. Go ahead and give some shout outs real quick.
All right, we have. Okay, I got the glasses on, guys. Let me see here. All right. Yakahan na Israel. Hey, how are you? Wonderful. Let me see. Hope I pronounced that right. Forgive me if I butchered your name, bro. Angel, are you here? Are you guys here? Let me see. We got two people in here talking. Let me see.
King Joseph.
King Joseph. Hello. Anybody here? I guess we're early, so we'll give them a few minutes to come in. But we just wanted to come on. I know this is not our normal night for live, but we just wanted to make a special night so that we can bring our friends on that we met. B&B. Hey, Michelle. How you doing, guys? Nathan Johnson. Hey, how you doing? Good. We see you. Okay. There we got you joining us. Tanisha Barrett. Hey, Tanisha. How's everything? Yeah, so we're here, and we just wanted to bring on our fellow YouTubers, our friends that we met. How long ago? A couple weeks ago. Yes, and so we were on their YouTube channel, like my lovely wife said, and we're just back here again with a special night, with a special guest. And let me see, Miriam Howard, try to give you guys a few minutes to come on. I know we're early, without rushing anything. Is there anything you want to talk about before we go?
I just want you to kind of be our moderator for this evening. So if there's any questions flowing down there,
okay,
you can just call them out and let us be, make us aware of the questions they have for I guess.
Okay, what's good, fam? Hey, what 747? I just want to ask y'all a question. How many of y'all saw the monkey on her back? Anybody, y'all see the monkey on her back? Our video? Now that monkey jumped on her back? Well, let me let you know, that monkey ain't on her back no more. I got that monkey off you. That monkey fucked me. That monkey literally, he started doing like this. And I'm like, that monkey trying to fight me.
All right.
Okay, guys. All right, here we go.
So we're about to bring in our guests. And let's stay tuned. Let's be interactive, ask questions, and feel free to comment, okay?
Okay, guys, here we go. We're gonna bring a special guest once again. We have John and Darlene. Darlene, right? Yes. With B&B Reviews it. Hey, let's see.
Hello. How are you both?
Welcome. How you guys doing tonight?
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, John. Hi, Darlene.
Thank you.
Welcome to the arrival.
Yes, welcome.
How are you both doing?
Really well. We want to say...
Yeah, first of all, we want to thank you for having us on your platform. We truly appreciate it.
We do. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. We're just giving a couple shout outs here. Who's the Muspool camera? Hey, how you guys doing? That must okay. All right, go ahead.
All right, so thank you both for being here.
Yes.
I want to say welcome to the arrival, and I want Darlene and John to introduce yourselves, please.
Okay. Well, I'm John B.
And I'm Darlene B.
And then you said our YouTube channel, B&B Reviews it.
Yes.
And on our channel, you'll see that we it's our journey. It's our journey through our lives through food. So you'll see us do food reviews. You'll see us do some cooking videos and some mukbangs.
Yeah. And then we also love to talk to fellow creators in our community. And so, you'll be able to see conversations on our channel, especially about the YouTube journey and, just trying to progress and do the best that we can.
Right. And along those lines, with our videos, our reviews, our purpose, when we try new and exciting things, we want to bring that across so that other people will watch us or listen to us. They'll be encouraged to try new things as well.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
All right. I'm going to start with our first question is, you want to tell us a little bit about yourselves, like how you anything you want to share about yourselves. Feel free to just tell a little bit about yourself. And you don't have to tell your age.
Oh, you want to go first? All right. Well, we're a married couple. We've been married for, this might give it away a little bit, but we've been married for almost 17 years.
Wow.
And,
Awesome.
Yeah. And so, we just love life, and we wanted to come on YouTube and work together. Our goal is to build businesses, have multiple streams of income, and all while working together. And so, we're using YouTube as a platform, and also I was in the food business for years. So food is a love for me and for us. So we kind of consider ourselves foodies, and that's the reason why it's like, let's work these two things together and build businesses. So
well, like I said, I'm John Mead, and like Darlene said, we've been together a long time. So or over the years, we wanted to, like Darlene said, we wanted to do something together, in this stage of our lives. And we said, well, Darlene, the idea of YouTube was Darlene's, and it took me a while to get on board, but I'm glad that we're on board doing these things together. But for myself, besides YouTube, I would say I'm a sports guy. I'm a baseball guy, so I've been playing baseball. I love baseball. I've been playing for a long time, so that's really my activity. To get out and stay in quote unquote shape.
Awesome.
That's nice. Okay, so can I just ask, are you also passionate about food, or is that just Darlene's thing?
Well, I would say Darlene, I would say long years brought me on because, like I said, that's her, profession, So over years, doing her profession and cooking, I learned to, be the professional, almost like the professional taste tester.
Yes.
And sometimes the sous chef, which you needed some assistance.
that's true. You have it.
Yeah, that's my special.
That's a good thing. A sous chef is very important. It makes Darlene's job very easy, I'm sure. Everything's prepared for her.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So my next question is.
Let me ask. Can I ask a question?
Sure.
So where are you guys from?
We're in Connecticut. We're in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in Connecticut.
Yes.
Oh, so you have a restaurant there in Connecticut as well, or?
So I did at one point, not right now, but we owned a cafe for a period of time. And so, so that's where he actually got a chance to use his sous chef skills and build the skills and help me in a lot of, because there were times when, I was overwhelmed, and he came in and, really helped me. So.
Okay,
awesome.
That's nice.
Okay.
All right. So, how long have you guys had your B&B Reviews, your YouTube channel? How long has it been on?
Wow, actually, a little over a year. We started in August of 2019. So August of this year was a year. So a little over a year.
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations! That's
congratulations.
good. That's good.
Thank you.
You had something you were going to ask?
No.
And what made you choose YouTube to what made you start the YouTube channel?
Someone here says, "Wow, I'm in Connecticut too." Okay.
Oh, okay. Someone else is in Connecticut.
Okay.
Okay, wait a minute. We got a couple people here saying they're in Connecticut. We have a Nathaniel Johnson. He said Connecticut in the house. All right, Nathaniel Johnson, Tanasha Barrett, and then well, they're not from Connecticut, but they're from Liberia. But Elijah, how you guys doing? King Joseph and Michelle and Love Oma. Okay, all right. We just give those shout outs. But go ahead. So Connecticut. All right. And which part of Connecticut, if you don't mind me asking?
So we're in the Fairfield County area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the lower part, the lower
closer
to New York City, the lower part of Connecticut.
Okay.
Hey,
All right.
Stacy Brown. Hey, how you doing?
Hi, Stacy. All right. So I did ask, like, what made you choose YouTube? Like, what made you choose for extra stream of income?
Well, okay. So the funny thing is, I don't even think that I'm trying to go back and remember, but
Do you even know about income?
yeah, that's right. When we first started, I'm not even sure we knew that you could make income from YouTube. You know,
Okay.
it was kind of like I loved video, and
Mm-hmm.
so I had I have another YouTube channel that I haven't really been active
Oh,
in,
okay.
but
Okay.
so I thought, okay, you know what, we can come together, work together, and do video, and people love, visuals. So, for us to go out there and like show people different foods, like for me as a chef when I was working, one of the things that I really wanted to do was introduce people to new things. Because I feel like a lot of times in our community, we're used to like the normal,
Right.
and
We put ourselves in a box.
in a way, not
Yeah.
just want to,
Right.
but
Options, choices.
right.
Right.
And so
Yes.
it's important to me to bring like, okay, you know what? Over here, there's this thing, and this is absolutely wonderful. You may not have tasted it before, but we're tasting it for you, and then
Right.
we want you to taste it. And so with YouTube, it's visual, and then people can see it as we do
Mhm.
it. So that's why we wanted to use YouTube.
Okay.
Well,
That's good. Go ahead.
What specialties did you actually have? Did you have any specialties, or was it just all all over the place as far as how many, or were you specialized in any one thing that you really liked?
The Caribbean
Or-
fusion. Caribbean fusion.
Yeah, it would be more along the lines of Caribbean fusion. Yeah, or Caribbean with other things.
Oh,
So,
good.
yeah.
So,
Mhm.
did you do African too?
No, I
That's
didn't get into African just yet, but because I haven't had as much access to it as I would like to, so it would be kind of weird for me to say, okay, I'm gonna put out like jollof rice or benichin or whatever, and
Yeah.
I've never tasted it from
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
right. So
But it's pretty similar, isn't it? The Caribbean food and the African food is pretty similar, or is it really that much of a difference, do you think?
I think that probably some of the stuff is similar, but I'm sure the spices are a little different.
Is that right?
Probably,
Okay.
probably the spices. I don't know. I'm not sure.
All right.
Darlene probably could answer that
That's
better
what
than me.
well, I believe, and that's actually, I haven't really gotten into it, but a desire of mine one day, hopefully one day, is to really connect
Mhm.
a lot of the foods from like that have traveled, right? The transatlantic slave trade to from
Right.
Africa. And so
Wow.
even though our foods might be different like
Mhm.
now, but you can tell that there is some similarities
Able
or
to
there's
trace it
some
back.
relation to
Yeah.
back to Africa. So whether it's Caribbean, whether you go to, some of the Latin countries and you see, okay, well, they use plantain or plantain or whatever,
Yeah.
it comes back to Africa. So that's, yeah.
Wow, that's interesting because we're seeing that too.
Yeah. That's
While
true.
we're here in Africa, we're seeing that, like you're saying, a lot of the foods that we ate when we were back in the States it's very similar
Mhm.
to what we were eating, but it's just different in the way that it's made,
Mhm.
Right.
and it did make its way into our culture in the U.S. But now that we're back here, we're getting the original.
Yeah.
So
Right. Right. Okay. You can rub it in a little bit. That's okay.
it tastes good too. I'm telling you. But yeah, I'm telling you. Go ahead. You have something
Well,
else?
I did. My next question was to ask, was food her passion? But she already answered that because she said that how she has a love for
Hey, Daniel.
for food. So we're not going to ask that question.
Okay.
My next question is
Okay.
then, do you guys have children?
No, we don't have children. No, we don't.
You know.
Now you-
Okay. All right. All right.
Just
So
us. Just us.
it's just you guys.
Yeah.
No dogs. No cats.
No, I
No
mean,
chickens
in the
we
front
had
yard.
a dog a while ago, and we we had to put him under, which was a
Oh.
terrible experience.
Uh-oh.
So so it's been kind of like, do we really want to bring another dog and then go through the same thing?
Yeah.
Right. Or just wait it out, different space and
Yeah.
bring another dog. Yeah.
And that's another thing
Yeah.
too. Like,
Understand that.
someone might be in a different situation. It might be
Right.
better to bring a dog in.
Yeah. Been there, done that.
That's
Right.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Losing a dog, I think it's like maybe close, similar to losing a child, maybe, because I know that you're really, really in love with your dog.
Yes.
Right.
I don't really like dogs, but
Oh, you don't.
Cat.
I think I hear people saying it, and they talk about their dog like it's their child.
Mhm.
So I'm sorry to hear about your dog.
Thank you. But now you can have, since you don't like dogs, now you can have monkeys.
There's plenty of them.
That's all I need is to be walking around the house and a monkey jumping on me. Okay, like
With a diaper on.
yes. No, thank you.
Yes, with a leash in the diaper walking around the house. Oh my God.
I'll cancel that one. Even though the monkeys were really, really adorable, they were cute, but I don't think I want a pet
It's
monkey.
a pet.
No.
You might not have a choice. You never know.
That's funny.
Okay, so my next question is, where do you guys see yourself in the next 5 years? Like in the next 5 years, like what are your goals for yourselves?
Wow.
Ooh, wow.
That is a tough one. You take that one, John.
Well, when you first said,
Hey,
I think,
Stacey,
yeah,
thank
5
you for
years
your
ago,
donation.
Yeah, you think it's a long time, but it's really not, because the time's been passing.
So quickly.
Yeah, so I think the first thing is, I guess, for us is like where necessarily physically we want to be, so that's where we're in the process now. Do we want to be here,
Right.
or do we want to be in another country such as Africa? That's our first line. I don't say line of defense, but our first line of thinking as far as where we want to be.
I think we definitely, even though we've been in Connecticut for, most of our lives, or if not all of our lives, I think we're ready for another chapter.
Right.
Away from Connecticut,
Wherever that may be, right?
Wherever it leads you. Yeah.
Right, wherever it leads us. Right.
Yeah.
And we're praying. We listen to you. We're like, okay, we're definitely praying for God to lead right now.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of faith.
That's important because sometimes we can have a plan, but our plans always are not the best plan. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Right.
So that's a good thing. Yes. Okay. Our next question is, are you preparing to move to Africa? I don't know why I chose Africa, but are you preparing to move to Africa?
Do you guys know? We don't know. I don't know.
You don't know?
Go ahead.
Oh, well, to answer your question, yeah, like I was saying, that's like one of the options now. We're starting the process of researching, Africa, the Gambia. We've heard things about the Gambia, so they're definitely in the process of keeping our options open. Like I said, just like we were saying about our channel, to give people options with food, we just want to have our options open of where we want to, be, where we want to live at. So yeah, we definitely there's a lot of, research. I know you said you've done a lot of research. You did a lot of research before, you went down to the Gambia as well. So
yeah.
No, I would, in my mind right now, if we could do something where we were, part-time in Africa, part-time here, that would be amazing. I don't know if that's possible, but with God, all things are possible, right? So, So, but again,
I do think it's possible, Darlene. I think they do have dual citizenship. Like if that's something that they do have that. I hear a lot of people come half and half. Like they do the summers in the States, and then in the winter months in the States, they come to they come home to the continent. Yeah.
Right. So a lot of it also is about building and for us, to be able to build some kind of business that would allow us to do that. And then and then also though, that's maybe what I want, but who knows? Maybe
Like you're saying, like God might want something.
God might want us to be there full time. We don't know.
Yeah.
So really, I want to be, or we want to be in His will.
Right.
There you go. Yeah.
Yes, that's good.
It's-
And in no way am I like harassing anyone. Said, get to Africa, people, come home. There's no way I was harassing anybody. I was just asking, like hypothetically, did you see yourselves coming to the motherland? And then I was going to ask, if you did see yourself coming to Africa, what country did you think you would choose? Like, have you
thought of anything?
Yeah, have you been put any thought into
There's
that?
so many of them.
It's just really new in your brains about the motherland.
I mean, it's relatively new, but maybe Rwanda might be consideration.
Yeah.
I think I would love Ghana, but I feel like Ghana might be more built up than of a place than maybe where we need to be. So
Right,
that's why
maybe a place where when I guess people are moving from, well, we'll speak from America moving to Ghana, it seems like that's the thing. Like before that, we really didn't even hear about the Gambia, so that's why it's an option. We said to be Senegal. We know that's right there, Senegal. And there's another one.
I'm probably gonna go to Senegal.
There's another one.
I don't think so.
There's another one.
No,
too.
was it?
It's Rwanda, right?
It's not Nigeria. It wasn't Nigeria.
No.
Uganda. I know a friend of mine keeps on saying Uganda. That she's like, you should go to Uganda. But we recently through the next chapter, like we told you, our relatives, they're talking about the Gambia, and then we started watching you and seeing about the Gambia. And I kind of, with what you said, I kind of like the idea of it being smaller.
Yes.
I like the idea of things being quite open right now, and like the lay of the land, like there's much opportunity there.
Possibilities, right?
And
Yeah.
To build, like you said, to build.
Right, and that's our desire, really. So the Gambia sounds like a good choice.
You sound just like Darlene, you sound like Kenny. Kenny said that that Ghana is really built up, and why leave America to go to like a little miniature America? You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's really like kind of starting to like assimilate that, because they have all the new everything over there. It's just like really not everything, but in Accra, I think that's their capital, right?
Yeah, Accra.
In Accra, everything is just like all modernized, and it's just like being home, I guess, like New York. Yeah.
The same thing. That I feel the same way, maybe even about Nairobi in Kenya, right? Because too. So I think for us, if or for anybody who might be thinking, about becoming entrepreneurs or starting businesses in another country, I think going somewhere where it is kind of open and it's actually calling for different businesses and everything, that might be the best thing for us.
Okay, that's a good answer. I just want to say to everybody that this is Darlene and John of B&B Reviews It.
Yes, subscribe,
if you
like.
go over to their channel and subscribe and support them and like their content and see what they're, like Darlene and John are cooking up, like I don't, and see what they're doing over there, and let's support one another. Okay, guys?
And they
Hey. I don't know what happened, but we really appreciate everybody for coming and listening and
spending time with us. Like I said, we appreciate spending time with you on
Yes.
Oh, we're back on.
Oh, we're back.
Okay. No, we're back on.
Okay.
That's the internet. It loves to play with us.
Our internet is crazy. If it happens again, just be patient, okay?
Yeah, just be patient. We'll get you back in there. But yeah, like I was saying, we like to support our fellow YouTubers. And there's a lot of us. So everybody has a view and everybody has something interesting to say. And in part, we all have. And if we all just share our part and then listen to one another, we can come to a real serious fullness that we can bring. So that's just the way I live, and I love to hear other viewpoints, especially when it's about food.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
Everybody loves food.
absolutely. But
Right.
go ahead.
Especially me.
I'm sorry.
Okay. No, you're fine. That's
Okay.
fine. So my next question is, and this is for both of you. So you're going to each, answer in your own way. It says, if you had the
All right.
We on or we're backstage?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure. But we are on.
Oh, we're on. Okay.
All right, we're on. So you know what? While we're waiting for Terry and Kenny's internet to come back, how many of you in the chat have even thought about, or like us, that maybe
In the beginning stages, doing
right.
research, or maybe you're in the somewhere else in Africa now,
right?
Africa,
Who are thinking about moving to Africa, or you're actually in there? Let us know. So while we're waiting for our lovely host to come back.
Yes.
Okay. I'm
Sorry
sorry.
about that.
What were you saying, Darlene? Say it again.
No, I was just saying while we are waiting for you guys to come back, for everyone who's in the chat, if there's anybody who's thinking about moving to Africa who might be like us
in the beginning stages
or whatever, we'd love to see, who that is in the chat for them to answer that question.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, that's a good one.
Yes.
All right. So, did you hear my question before we got disconnected?
No, we didn't hear it.
Okay. My question was, if and it's for both of you, if you had the ability to change anything, what would it be? If you had the ability to change anything.
Wow, that's a great question. You go ahead.
No, go ahead. I think too. Not an ability to change anything.
Can I say? Can I go?
Go ahead.
All right. So, I would, if I had the ability to change anything, I would change the hearts of man.
Oh wow.
You would change the hearts of. You would change the hearts of what?
Men.
Okay. Yes.
Man.
Yes.
Reading my mind. See, I was
Right.
thinking. I know.
She beat you to it, didn't it?
Of humans, especially period, because we go back through different time periods and we see different evil and things that even from the Bible, right? People are killing each other in the Bible, right? Brother is killing brother, right? So I would definitely change the heart of man, that one to love one another, and that to treat people fairly, and equally, and to be of good service to people. So I think that's my answer.
Actually, when Darlene was speaking, the word that came to me was empathy. So I know it's along the lines of what Darlene was saying. If people just had more empathy for one another, even though you're different, you just need, if you have empathy for people, just remind, some people, we're not all in the same situation. Some people may be quote unquote high, some people may be quote unquote low, but just have empathy for people's experiences. And I think if people have that and change their mindset, I don't say the world would be a better place. It sounds like a song or something, but I think we'd be better off as a people all over the world.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. That's a good one. If we all could give everyone the opportunity to have their own experience instead of trying to change their experience and view it from their viewpoint, it would be a better place, because we all have different perspectives on life, and we all have our different outlooks, but we have to appreciate one another, and our uniqueness. And I think once we do that, we can come together and we can be a better people. I like that answer. That's a good answer. And I like your speaker, Darlene.
Yeah, just have understanding. It's just, I don't know, it's just having understanding for people. Like you were saying too, understanding for people's situation. I like to think sometimes, you may see somebody in a certain situation, quote unquote, down and out, but we can be, I would look at you, or you can be one step away from that person. So what, you never know. Right. So what makes you better than that person?
That's right.
Right. That's true. Yes.
So I guess
I have 3 people saying that they're on their way to Africa. I think it says Miss Lady said she's coming to Africa, and Queen Diva said she's coming to Africa. And there was someone else, but it went kind of went up the screen. Yeah. So I don't know, but there 3 people did respond to Darlene that there are other people in the chat
Thank you.
that want to come. Yes.
So
Hi, Michelle Marsh. Sorry.
So anyone out there have any questions for our guest
Yes.
this evening, feel free to put them in a comment section, and we can try to answer those questions. But I have a question for my brother and my sister here. How would you describe, we've been away for a few months here from the States, and, how would you describe the condition of the people in the States, namely our people, if you don't mind me asking? Is it I know it's rough for everybody, but has it increasingly become more hostile, or has it been on a level plane? What is the condition as far as the hostilities against our people, primarily where you're at, if you don't mind me asking?
No, first, what came to me when you said that is frustration.
Right.
I think people, as you're saying, our people, not on the edge, but like I said, they're very frustrated with the things that are going on and the systems that are in place. And I just think I don't want to say it's coming to a boiling point, but I think well, okay, it is. I think more people with that frustration, more and more people are saying, you know what, they're more willing to express that frustration instead of holding that frustration inside.
I think people have held their frustration for a long time. We have loved through. We've loved people through. We have prayed people through for years, and I think there comes a point when a group of people are like, how much more can we take? We have done everything that our Father has told us to do, and changes have not come. So just speaking for me, it's very difficult to see turn on. Well, we don't even turn on the news, but say like put on the internet or whatever. But to hear that someone gets shot and killed, by the police, it hasn't been. I don't know if it's been every week, but it felt like it was
makes it seem
almost like every week or every other week a new case, and a case that is like that didn't need to happen, right? So I think people are tired.
There's nothing tired.
I think people are frustrated. I feel like our people are almost at the point where we're kind of like throwing up our hands, like what else can we do?
Yeah. And I think along those lines, as you're just reading the comments, you have 3 or 4 people talking about even leaving, but say because we're going to Africa. I think it's leading more and more people to weigh their options. Like, wait a minute,
right?
Is this the only place I need to be? Is there somewhere else I can go?
Right.
Because to me, I'll speak for myself. I don't really remember the last, say, 3 or 4 years. The discussion as it is now, people leaving here, whether it be another country or specifically Africa. I don't remember the conversation being stirred up as much as it is now.
I want to say, in the response to that is that was one of the catalysts for Kenny and I leaving the U.S. was watching the news and seeing so many young Black men being killed, right? And then when you hear about the officers going to court, how they were either suspended with pay or how they were, it was just like it was no justice. It was no justice at all. And then the deaths and the killings were increasing, like they were becoming more and more. And it's almost like like a lynching, like just go out and kill, you know?
Almost. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah, and it was just like so frustrating. And I was just saying, you know, there has to be a better way. Like, and I'm not saying that Africa is the best way. You could go to Brazil or Bermuda or wherever, but there has to be another choice for our people.
Yeah, there is another.
Somewhere, yeah, right.
There is another choice.
And
because, you know, if you really want to understand, you know, we walk in love. That's our first and foremost our action. You know, even coming to the continent here, there are differences that we encounter. You know, they're not bad. It's just they're different. And the only way we can overcome them is through love. But that system that is designed there in the U.S., it's not for us. And that's the bottom line. It's not for us to get ahead. It's not for us to achieve our full potential, you know, and it's unfortunate. And, you know, like I said, if you have some place that you can go and you're looking to go, just make plans. But for the most part, I want to encourage all my brothers and my sisters there in the U.S., you know, be of good cheer because, you know, we win. That's the bottom line. You know, you just hold fast to all that you know, which is true, and you will come out on top. You know, and all those killings, the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. And so just hang in there and be of good cheer because it is frustrating. I remember when I would go to work, I was so frustrated going in there, looking at people that didn't like me, you know, and tolerating that kind of thing. And then, you know, I dreamt about, oh man, and I'm being on a continent, you know, and away from this type of that, you know, how do you say, attitude towards us. But, you know, so I just wanted to encourage and not have a negative tone with it, but have, you know, encouraging words to everybody there. You know, I know it's stressful, but there are better days ahead. Yeah. And you just make your plans, you know, and just pray, and you will be able to make the decisions that you need to make if you follow the will of the Most High. And that goes without saying, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's what I would give as far as my encouraging words.
Yes.
So
I also believe that you know, talking about like when you were on your job, and I've had plenty of situations on the job, and also we don't fight against flesh and blood, but we fight against principalities and powers, right? And so a lot of times, because of what it is that you carry on the inside, when they don't like that,
they don't
right?
You said not necessarily us as the flesh is what, like you're saying, what we carry on the inside of us, they don't like. Their spirit's not taking our spirit. Right, I'm saying on top of right. You got a double whammy.
Wow.
Yes. Someone said here
that I mentioned Brazil.
And they said the situation is much worse than America. My.
I'm sorry. I didn't know. I was just throwing out other places, but so come to Africa.
Yes.
Come to Africa. That's it. Just come to the motherland. Just come home. Just come home. Yeah.
Yeah. So we just wanted to you know, encourage you once again. Now, anyone else have any more questions, guys?
Let me see any questions.
Let me see here. Let me see. Too much activity. Yeah, there is, King George. All right. So, okay, I have a question for you. What suggestions, if we were looking to, you know, do a food business in Africa, what suggestions would you have for us as far as the best cuisine, if you don't mind me asking?
Okay, well, that's a good question. Okay, so I feel like I'm a little biased now because I've watched some of your videos, right? So we knew about doing the Philly cheesesteak business, but we also heard people there talk about, and it might have been watching your video too. I believe it was in Mosiah's. The owner of Mosiah's was saying that.
Oh, Mo's. Mo's.
Right, Mo's. He was saying that like a soul food restaurant.
Yeah. And we thought about that too, and I think that would go really big here.
I do believe that it would go so big here, but I do believe that it takes a lot of work to do soul food. Like the prep is like so much.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like, and I don't want to work real hard like that.
Well, if it's somebody who doesn't mind working, some fried chicken and some collard greens,
Right.
and some kale and some macaroni and cheese and some yam, that sounds pretty good to me.
True, it sounds really good. But I love your idea of the cheesesteaks, and because you guys are from that area, you be representing, and then even with the cheesesteak business, you can add like certain things, different things in there.
Yeah.
But cheesesteak being your main dish that you offer. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your insight.
Anything else?
No, not right now.
I mean, now that you put that question up, I do have a question for you too.
Okay.
For you both, is when you first started your cafe, like, did business like take off, or was it like a slow go, or was there a point where you felt like, oh, did we make the right choice? Like, you almost felt like, did we make the right choice? And then, like, how did that go?
I would say we
tell the
appreciate.
story.
Well, no, I would say we appreciate the experience, because even just encouragement to people out there, if you do something, it may not be as successful as you may want it to be, and it may end, but you can always carry that experience to the next thing you're going to do, and that we're thankful and glad we had that experience. But what Darlene is saying is like that, all the preparation.
Sorry, 1 second. Don't despise small beginnings.
Oh, like that.
There you go. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and all the preparation, getting ready. So the first day we were in the cafe, we were looking. We started with two. Like, you have a case of drinks. We have two rows of drinks. That's it. And then you're getting ready. Okay. Then we opened the drawer. All we had was 12 quarters.
We forgot to get
money for the first day. So we went into prayer. We're like, this is crazy. And
God multiplied
and worked out. So for that first day, so we always use that as an example. You can plan, but you gotta pray and like God lead the way, because 3 quarters, 12 quarters, and 2 rows of drink. That's all we had our first day.
What, 16 drinks, like something like that. Like, we didn't have. And so like the people, because there was another person who owned it before we got there, and so they, because they had been there for, I believe, 5 years, so they had like rows and rows and rows of drinks and all this stuff. And so when the people came, they were like, that's all you got. But we had to build, and also to answer your question, because of the area that we were in, and because there was another owner before us, I believe that we were probably the first Black face that was there. Okay. And so initially it was not the people who actually, because we were inside another building, so not the people who actually worked in the building, but the people who would visit the building, they wouldn't visit us.
No.
They would not come and purchase from us for a long time.
Yeah.
And see, that's part of that system there.
It is part of that system. So sometimes you and I guess it's sometimes for our people too. You don't because unless you're in it, you don't quite understand. Right. So I had to end up hiring like 2 of my white acquaintances to be in the front in order for people to start coming in to the business, and that's how our business started to do well.
Wow.
Wow. But that's the way it is there, and but here, we learned that it's a little different,
Sure.
Yeah. And we found out that, that's when we, it's not more so the black and white thing. It's more so that this so deep seated and deep rooted that I don't think most people even know. And I think the biggest thing in the States I saw was that we don't support each other. That's one of the biggest things, that we don't really support each other like we should, because if you look at the fact that that dollar that most people have, most people say that the dollar that other nations would keep in their communities, like for example, if you look at Chinese, they'll keep a dollar in their community for what? I think that the time is maybe say about 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, where they just hand it to each other and keep it in their community. I think even the Jewish community keep it in theirs for maybe a month amongst themselves, if not longer. Then you have the Indian community keep their dollars amongst themselves. But the black community, most of us keep our dollar in our hands for what, maybe an hour. As soon as we get that dollar, we take it right to and give it to other nations. I think our strength would come if we would support one another and support our businesses. And it doesn't say that you don't love the other people. You just love your people. And bring and support and keep that dollar circulating in our community. I think we would go even further. And we would be able to come to a level that most people wouldn't even imagine that we could come to if we united in, the economic stance.
Yeah.
That's just my viewpoint.
No, we agree. We agree. I guess so much has happened, but a lot of the communities that you've mentioned, they actually have, areas they've built up.
Built up their own community within a community.
Areas that they claim as their community, and so when they have those areas, they have all of their businesses around in those areas, right? So
and that dollar stays right there.
Right.
It doesn't go anywhere else.
Right. But they also, in those areas and in those communities, they have, they have the accountant, they have the lawyer, they have the restaurant, they have the, dressmaker, they have the whatever, and they have everything in those communities.
So they don't necessarily have to go outside the community if they don't want to.
Right. And the communities that we have tried to build in this country there's always been something, whether they've been burnt down or, they've been destroyed in some way. So it's not as easy, even though they have like online where we can go and buy black or whatever, but it's not as easy, and we don't have the communities where we can live in that community and go to shops all around that are ours.
Yes. Look at the comment on the screen. It says Black Americans are moving to Europe, Asia, and Latin America is doing fine. But the advantage of moving to Africa, you get to thrive. And more importantly, you get to build generational wealth. That's good.
Okay.
That's a good one. That's good.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yes.
Of course.
Okay. So another concern of mine is, because it is not your country, are you ever concerned that you may build up, and then one day the government can say, you know what, we no longer want you here, and kick you out?
Well, that's never a thought for me.
I never thought about it.
But go ahead, you go first.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You can.
No, I'll bring it home.
Okay. I never thought about it. And you're told when you, like right now, the way it stands, if you're not a citizen here, that you can buy land and you can own it for 99 years. Like that's like it's like you're leasing it for 99 years. So when we talked about purchasing land, we already knew that if we weren't citizens, that we're not going to live for another 99 years unless, some miracle. So I never really gave it much thought about us ever having to build up and leave. I never thought any more about it. I haven't.
Well, I have. I've thought of that. What if we come, we build, and all of a sudden they say, we don't want you here. Get out. No, it hasn't been one of those main concerns of mine, because we have in Gambia, we have a 5-year visa, number one. Number two, I would rather spend this time here dealing with the system here. I really would, than deal with the system in the US, because if they're not going to kick us out, if anything, I'll go to another country in Africa.
Okay.
you know, but I'll still be on the continent. You know what I mean? And I don't have that concern or fear. It can happen anywhere. They can kick you out of America. Matter of fact, they kick you out of your house. You can
Right.
pay for your house all your
That's
life.
kind of deep, man.
You know, you pay for your house all your life, and then all of a sudden, you know, the taxes are due 1 year, and you can't pay them. Then they take that house, put it up for auction, and somebody else buys it and rents it out.
Shoot,
Yeah.
there's eminent domain. Didn't even think about that, where they could just take your house just because they want to use
So-
it.
They want to make a
Built
highway or something.
And I know Africa will never do that. I don't have that fear because, you know, but in America, oh my goodness, it's doubly, triply worse. You know, like I said, that's more of a concern of mine. Will they take it from me?
Yeah.
You know, they do that all the time. You know, you have a lot of elderly, you know, who have had land. You know, they had land. They had 40 acres and a mule. You know, they took that with taxes. You know,
Okay, what is,
okay, I can
what
go
is-
on and on.
what
Let's
is,
read
no,
the
no,
next.
what is Tanisha saying here? Can you read that, Kenny?
It says we can't worry about things like that because it won't happen. It could happen here also. They try not to pay your water bill, and they'll put a lien on your home.
That's
Right.
It
true.
could,
Yeah, that's true.
it could leave a person homeless and much spent money, and that's so true.
And it's true.
And they do that. It's the same thing.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, the
You're
same
trying
thing.
to eminent domain, correct?
Eminent
Ah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
me myself, I don't have that concern.
I just want to say to everyone who's watching to like,
Yes,
and don't forget to go to B&B Reviews and subscribe
yes,
and to check out their channel.
yes.
Okay.
Yes, and they have some good food. I'm sure they got some good ideas. Do you have a lot of ideas as far as cooking on your food, recipes, and that type of thing?
So
If-
I have a lot of ideas. It's in the.
Uh-huh.
It's in.
It's in your mind.
Right, it's in my mind. It's actually like to get it out is a whole other thing. But so I'm definitely a very much idea person.
But you'll see some
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
videos, cooking videos on the
Right.
on the channel as well.
And we love to go we go to all sorts of food places, especially right now. We're on our journey because everything's about our journey, right? We're on a I don't like labels, right?
Thank you, DM.
A mostly vegan journey right now.
Okay.
So, you
Okay.
know, most of the things, because that's what we eat daily. We eat vegan
Yeah.
daily.
That's why I say that's our journey. That's why I said we're taking people on a journey to see recent videos of us, you know,
Right.
eating vegan foods.
Eating
and stuff.
vegan food, going to different vegan restaurants, and
Right.
and then I'm also I'm trying to learn, you know, to cook different vegan foods and things like that. So that's what's
Yeah.
going on with us right now.
And there was a comment from Miss Lady J. I think she said when I said that a soul food restaurant is so hard, she did say, and I read it, and I wanted to say that she said it. The reason why it's called soul food is because it comes from your soul, and you really do have to put time into it. And they are healthy meals,
I did get on
and
the
that
screen.
is so true. And I do agree with you. So yes, that is something to take into consideration. And I also wanted to say hi, Debbie Humphrey. Thank you for tuning in.
And thank you for the donation as well. Let me see, where is it at there? Much love and respect to y'all. DM, we thank you, DM. All right, guys, that's awesome. Yeah, hello from Denver. All right, anyone else have any more questions for our guest tonight?
It says here the fires in California are also getting out of control, out of hand. Okay. Wow.
So, have you finished your views on that? I don't even want to see where it said Donald Trump is going to the hospital. I don't know. So,
We're not laughing at him.
Right.
But I'm just
no, I'm not laughing at nobody. I don't know anything about it. That's the first that just came across the screen. So, yeah, we'll stay on point here. Let me see.
It says hello from Denver, Colorado. Hope to come in June. You all are great, giving so much info. Thanks. Okay, thank you.
Yes, you guys
All right.
are. You guys are.
Are you going to continue? I'll take care of this. You
Okay, go
keep on
ahead.
running
Okay, go
that. I
ahead.
got this.
So John and Darlene,
Yes.
Without asking any questions, is there anything that you guys want to add or to share from your hearts to the people that are watching? This is your moment to, share your hearts, and you both have the chance and speak to the people.
Well, I'm just
Anything.
thinking now. It's just we've talked about a lot of things. I guess really towards the end, talking about the way. Well, if you're in America, how things are. Just like you saying options. That keeps coming to mind. Options.
Right.
There are options out there. We just encourage you, as we encourage ourselves to research. Not saying you have to go somewhere today, tomorrow,
Right.
a year from now, 2 years, but just keep your options open. Just continue to pray about it, and just continue to do research about things, and just know that specifically if you're in America, this is not necessary. You have to be here. If quote unquote push comes to shove, you have a plan.
Right.
And have an exit strategy, just like in business. You have an exit strategy. Have an exit strategy, but God forbid that things get out of hand and you don't want to be here anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I want to get across to the people.
And also,
that's good.
Yeah, it is. And also, make sure that you get a passport.
Oh,
I think,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's good.
Even if it's well, one, I think travel is so important, period, right? And so just to be able to have your passport, just so that you can go and you can travel, even if you don't necessarily move to any of these places, but go and see. We definitely we want to go to the Gambia. We want to go and see for ourselves. So and probably before we make any decision, we want to go over there, right? So that's one thing. But I like what you're saying, like before, be of good cheer. Yes, things are difficult, and I'll even tell you, like last week was a very hard week with this whole Breonna Taylor case and all of that. It was really hard on me, but
be of good cheer. That's good.
Be of good cheer, because I believe that we do have the victory in the end. And it's sad to see our brothers and sisters and everything hurting, but we do believe that we do have the victory.
I was just about to say, it took the words out. We do have the victory, and we have the victory in the end. We got to believe it, believe that, and live by that. We have the victory in the end, no matter what we see in front of us. Don't necessarily
no matter what we experience ourselves. Because everyone, I'm sure all of us, experience microaggressions. We may not experience like all out, like, attacks every day, but we definitely experience microaggressions all the time. Every time. Every time we walk out of our house, we know that we're Black.
Yes. Yeah. Enough of that. Like I had enough of that too. Like it's like, can I just be me? Can I just walk out the house and not have to think about that? And I'm glad you said that, because for the first time in my life, I come here and I think I have not thought about being Black since I've been here. I haven't thought about it. And that's amazing, because I thought about it all my life, but I haven't thought about it since I've been here. Have you?
What, being here?
No, just being conscious of being Black.
Am I Black?
Oh.
No, just kidding. I just thought I was another person. I just thought I was another person here. That's
Okay.
No, I haven't thought about that. That's one of those mindsets that you do have to erase from your head, because there's a lot of preconceived notions that we've adopted in America. That is, it doesn't work here in Africa. Because you don't see yourself as being Black. You're here. You're people. You're not African American. You're with the people. You don't have those titles before your names. I can go into all those titles they put before us. You know, those bywords, you know, you
No.
don't see those, but I don't see myself, you know what?
No, I said the question was,
Uh-huh.
since you left America,
Uh-huh.
do you feel, you know how you when you walk out the door, you felt, and when you walked into buildings, you felt like, oh, I'm
That's what
a
I'm saying.
black man walking into the store.
No,
So have
no.
you felt that since you've been here?
That's what I was saying. No,
Okay.
that
All
was
right.
that was something that I
Amazing.
adopted in America, because that's what they have embedded in our brains.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the way they see us.
Yeah.
Right.
And then they put it on the vision and they tell it, you know, and that's their television,
Mm-hmm.
you know, as who we are. They want us to be, you know, agreeing with their narrative.
Mm-hmm.
So we go out the door, we're feeling that way because it's all over the place. But here, I don't even feel that, because
Yeah.
it's not the same. It's not the same continent. It's
Yeah.
not the same system, you
Right.
know.
Okay.
And I see my brothers and my sisters, you know, and I can see family again, more so. And as I walk down the street, I don't walk down the street and have an evil eye towards my brother. You walk down the street and you can't even look at a brother and speak sometimes,
Right.
or a sister and speak sometimes. I'm gonna have to speak to everybody,
Mm.
you know. And it's erasing a lot of my mindsets that I have been adopted with in the West. And I feel freer. I feel more alive, you know, because I'm living again, you know,
Yeah.
and I was existing there.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
good.
That's
Mhm.
amazing.
Yeah.
And like, I'm sorry, like we were saying last week when we were discussing, as you were talking, is it deprogramming? It's like
Right.
you have to deprogram ourselves. I'm just sitting here listening to you, and the sad thing is like it seems unfathomable that
Right.
you can go somewhere and not have to deal with that. It's like that.
Yeah.
Doesn't, and almost like that doesn't even make sense. But that's
And
exactly
yeah.
what we've been programmed that way.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't even see it because
Yeah.
you're so used to seeing it one way,
Yeah.
you know. And when you experience, that's why you hear a lot of people say, when I got to the continent, it was like it was such a spiritual experience, or you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can just imagine, just like I was just saying, it's like to go to a place somewhere, you go there, you don't have the, you know, you're black when you walk out the door. It's like, oh, this is crazy. It's like, just thinking about it now, that seems surreal. I don't know about you, Darlene. That seems surreal to be able to even, to hear people and you know it's possible because we
Right.
you hear it now.
Apologize.
Right.
You hear it now.
All right.
Sorry.
Yeah. So sorry about that, guys. Yeah.
So
So-
we have a question on the
Yeah.
on the screen by Kevin Newsome. He's saying, my question is, what does one do for adult entertainment?
Where?
I guess here on the continent.
On the continent?
Yes.
Oh, what do you do? You got to answer that?
Go ahead. What do you do for adult? What do you do?
You know? No,
Well,
we walk.
I think that is a good question
It is.
because what we do so
Mhm.
far is
Go ahead.
walk.
We walk together.
We walk a lot. We walk a
Together,
lot.
see,
Yeah.
and not separate. We walk together.
Mhm.
You see, you're not at the gym. One person's at the gym. One person's over there running on the. We together.
Yeah.
You know, everything we do together. And you know, you learn a lot about each other even more when you do things together. You know, and the entertainment part, we go to. You see our videos. Yeah, that's what we do. We go places like that and learn of the continent right now. And then we have our special times, like, you know, you can go to dinner, you can go to different places like that. But, you know, we're not really that type of outdoorsy type of person. You know, we don't go out, we don't hang out in clubs and that kind of stuff, you know. It all depends on what you want to do. We don't do that. But what we do, we're happy with, you know.
Well, I
And
want
if she's got something else, what do you say? Go
I
ahead.
was going to say that that's a good question because something needs to be done to bring adult entertainment,
More so.
like ping, like you know, a center for like with ping pong and
Oh, wait
pool,
now.
and
Wait a
pool
minute.
tables
You just brought something.
and that kind of stuff,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
we do play Scrabble a lot.
Oh, we do play Scrabble.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I beat him all the time.
Oh, okay.
But as far as like things to do for like on the continent, like I guess there's I don't know what they do for adult entertainment. We have to find that out. But it would be nice to go someplace and see like a ping pong table or see what else would be nice? Like a movie theater, like that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of investment opportunities, like if people wanted to get with a group of people and invest in something, now's the time.
Yeah.
Now is the time,
Yeah.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
How far is away is Drakkar from you?
Oh, that's 6 hours.
About I think about 6 hours.
It's 6 hours. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Senegal?
Senegal, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
6
Okay.
hours.
Okay. We have a question here. Okay, not a question, but a statement. I will arrive December 1st. Do you have any advice for single travelers? Would y'all like to answer that?
Women specifically.
Women specifically? I'll let the women handle that one.
Oh, be careful. I don't for a woman single traveler.
You still be mindful. I'm
Yeah.
a woman traveler, but I guess regardless of where you're going, you be mindful of your surroundings.
Right.
Okay.
I think I would say, you know, just to always, you know, be alert, watch your surroundings, and don't act like this is your first time traveling. Even if it is your first time, walk with an attitude like you've been here before, like you know, and carry your purse strapped over your shoulder, and you know, just keep yourself, you know,
do what you do where you're at.
Yeah, where you're at, just the same thing. But I'm here, and I think it's safe here, and you meet a lot of friendly people, so I think you'll be fine, Brittany. I think you'll be fine.
Yes, absolutely.
How's theft for somebody like Brittany coming? You know, does she have to worry about theft at all, or?
Well, you know what? I have not experienced anything, so I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay.
I think that things are relatively safe. And then if she's going to come and stay in a guest house or a hotel until she finds a permanent place, they have security. They have people at the doors. So I think she's going to be fine.
Yeah.
She'll be fine. Okay.
Yes.
Next question. Go ahead.
I don't know. This says these are our winning minds, and we are witnessing.
These are our winning minds that we are witnessing, y'all. We have to know that and support them to the full their energy, the way they talk, the visions they have, the ideals, the foundation. We must. Thank you, DJM. That's
DM,
nice. DM. Okay, thank you. That's true. We have to support one another.
Absolutely. But you know, back to the theft thing, you know, I think that theft is everywhere, you know, and like what was it said right here, Tajari? Okay, yeah, theft is everywhere. Right. You know, you can.
But have you noticed? Have you experienced it?
I haven't experienced, but I mean, there are some here who have, I'm sure. Because, you know, you can go in the hood, you know, Pookie and Ray gonna get in your window. I mean, it's everywhere, you know. So you look here and, you know, you can be naive to the fact that, well, no, there's no theft. Nobody's going to steal. But if you take and put a dollar bill out on the street and you expect nobody to come and take it, you know, you protect your stuff. Be secure. Be wise. Everywhere you go, even in America. You know, you're not going to go ahead and leave your car windows down in the hood. I mean, come on. So theft is everywhere, and that's the reality. People are people, you know. So
I don't think you have anything to worry about.
Oh, no, I don't. Oh, thank you, B&B.
Thank you.
You need to sing on that.
Oh, what is her song?
What's the song?
I received a super chat. A super chat. Boom. Darlene,
we learned that from B&B guys.
No, but we're not going to do that. That was just for you.
That was just for y'all. Thank you. Yeah, so I mean, you guys, it's going to be wherever you go. You know, just be careful.
Yeah,
you know?
But we haven't personally heard or experienced anything regarding theft. So
but I'm sure there have been. Yeah, and if we did keep enough, but we haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but for the most part, you know, I just want to know. Right now, we know that I noticed I'm not a political person, and I am trying to make sure that, you know, everyone is safe during this time of transition in America. How about that? You know, because it seems like do you guys think that there's another rise as far as a lockdown on its way? Or do you think that the powers that be are just making a bunch of noise? If you don't mind me asking.
No. trying to think.
I'm really, when you said it, I'm thinking, I know it's noise, and I think if it's coming a lockdown, it's gonna come out of nowhere because it doesn't seem like they're really talking about it as much as they were before. Like numbers rising, they may talk about a day here and there, but not like it was maybe a month or 2 months ago, like in the beginning of summer. But I think it'll sneak up on us one day to be like, oh, lockdown.
It's just all of a sudden.
And to be, I think to be real, if we do, it'll probably be after the election here in the U.S. I think.
Yeah.
If something goes down, it will be after November 3rd.
Right. So that's what that was the question I guess I was trying to say, because it seems to be getting serious with I haven't been following news, and I used to always follow everything because you have to be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove.
Right.
You can't just be walking around and then all of a sudden when you see somebody, you just stick your head in the sand and say, oh, it's going to go by and this is not going to affect me. So with that being said, I just hope that everybody is actually trying to prepare.
Yeah, Tanisha,
because something is coming.
Tanisha believes that there's something coming. She believes there's something coming.
Yeah. Everybody has that feeling. And
the crazy thing is, like, I don't know if you were here, but there was supposedly a coin shortage.
We had that.
Then now I've heard other people talk about even food shortages now. So who knows? And then today they're saying that the president has COVID.
That's
now,
another thing. Yeah, that's another thing. Like you said, we got to be mindful and pay attention to what's going on around us. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, wow, that's awesome. So that's why I just wanted to bring that point up, because there's a lot of our viewers here that are still in the States, and we really feel with you guys. And, from the perspective of, I can bring it from here because the peace that I've obtained since we've been here, it's not something that we're not rubbing it in the face. We just want to see what the perspective is, what you guys are dealing with there, because I'm not feeling it anymore. I don't know, how it's really gone. And maybe you have some words of encouragement for those who are there in the States as to, how they can get through it.
Yeah.
Well, like it says, keep your eye on the sky, preparation is a must. That's
good.
That's
good.
That's
good. That was good. It was right there.
That was good timing.
Yes. I want to give Darlene and John one more last closing statements. Anything? I like that. Right. Keep your eyes to the sky. Yeah. And preparation is a must.
And not only that. Hey guys, for you who have just joined in, we're talking live with our brother and our sister, John and Darlene. They're with B&B Reviews It. Check your channel out, support, subscribe, like, share.
Yes.
And we support one another. So I would like for you guys, if you could, just go ahead and show the love for our brothers and our sisters right here.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So what were we going to say, love?
I was going to give them a closing statement. Each of them.
Okay. What would you have to say? Any words?
No, we just, again, we want to say, thank you to you both for allowing us to be on your platform. This is an honor for us, and we're grateful to have reached out and made a connection with you. We really do love you both, even in this short period of time.
Love you guys too.
And we just want to say to everybody in the chat, thank you for coming and thank you for listening. And
appreciate that.
We really appreciate you guys as well. And like we said before, God is with us.
Yes, that's for sure.
Even when it feels like he's not, he's with us. And what I really would encourage, I don't know if everybody in the chat, believes in God or whatever, but that's definitely who we believe in.
He's in control.
And we would encourage you in the times when you might feel fearful or you might, worry or whatever, that reach for the Bible and read Psalm 91. If that's all that you can do, like read Psalm 91 and read that over your life. So that is. Mm-hmm.
That's good.
That's good.
Do you have
Absolutely.
anything? Do you have anything you want to add?
I got a lot to add, but I'll only say. No, I'm just glad. I thank you guys for taking the time and to just coming on and just sharing your hearts with us. I think this is something that, if we could just have dialogue, all of us, and just share our hearts with one another, we can learn a lot more about what's going on in the community, because there's a lot of things that go on, in our diaspora, and, and those who are here in the homeland, what, we don't talk about, and if we could just talk about it sometimes, then it helps other people realize, hey, I'm not the only one dealing with this,
Right.
And that helps them heal and say, well, wow, that helps me get out of that thing. So I just like the fact that we're able to just come together and talk, and just share our hearts with one another. And we love you guys as well. And like I said, I could say a lot, but I'm gonna leave it right there. Because
along those lines, Kenny, like when my heart is like, if we can all do our best to support each other, being on your channel, being on your platform, and like I say in our conversation, we have people, not when people express themselves and give them themselves, not everybody is willing to do that. So we're truly appreciative.
Right.
And if more of us can come together and do that and not be afraid of sharing our ideas or thoughts with each other, we can grow as a people. We can grow as a people and move forward and do amazing things.
Yes.
Okay. And if I just want to add one more thing before we close out. Okay. I've been trying to end all of our stuff with a positive note, and I just want to read this. It says, when everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it. And that's my positive thought for.
Now you said everything takes off.
It says, when everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it.
I like that. You know why?
Why?
Because you know what that is? That's resistance.
Yes.
Right.
That's resistance. And what does it do? It causes lift. And then with that resistance, it causes you to go higher and higher. So when you have that lift and then you go higher and higher, then you get to a cruising altitude.
Right.
And you get to that cruising. I think we're getting at that cruising altitude about right now. Just sit back, okay? You can unbuckle your seat belts and put your chairs in the back seat.
Move freely amongst the cabin.
And then you're free to move amongst the cabin.
Yes.
But anyway, guys. So we just thank you again, and for all you who are out there, once again, this is our friends B&B, John and Darlene with B&B Reviews It. Thanks again, guys, and we'll see you on the next live with The Arrival. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for coming. Take care, guys. All right. Say bye
it didn't go. I don't know what happened. We're still here, right?
Yeah, right here.
Right, we're still online.
1 second.
Okay, hold on.
I don't know what happened. Hi guys, everybody. We didn't. Where's it at? No, here we go. Okay, I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
All right, we're still on.
Cancel this out. This